chat. What's up, Noah Schmall? What's up, Eli? Thank you for stopping by. Yes. Saying hello to Louisa. Come on, Weesh. Step out into the light and make yourself seen. Hey, baby boy. Oh, yeah, definitely, Dean. Definitely. Weesh. Hey, Weesh. Faithless says hi to you. What's up, Delbert? What's up, Randy? We got Louisa here. She's still kicking. Yeah, 3 years of knowing Louisa. Yeah. All right, you want to come out, Weesh? Yeah. She's still kicking. Yeah. The first few months of the 3 years were not so. She was still on the street, but you know. I believe she went off the streets permanently in May. And if she can make it to May, that would be amazing. But if not, we've celebrated 3 years of knowing her. I'm sorry, Dean. I hope you know, you got to do what I'm doing with this girl. Just, just hug poor dude. Exactly, Zoe the cat. That's exactly how I feel. Good on you, Dean. Yeah, that's all you can do. Weesh. But yeah, she's pretty skinny though. You can see. Oh, Misty's mom. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's exactly what she's saying. I'm skin and bones, but I ain't gone left. Yeah, Misty's mom. Unfortunately, Louisa over here has she's in stage 4 of kidney disease herself, so she's not got long left. But yesterday was 3 years of knowing her. So we're celebrating her. That's right, Weesh. Weesh. Oh, hey, baby blue. Hey, baby boy. Yeah. Louisa had a hard beginning to life, but she's had the last few years. Oh. You're a good kitty. Louisa's a good kitty. Who's a good kitty? But you can also kind of hear my fingers are literally like rubbing on her rib cage. Like she's skinny. Yeah, faithless. Tons of treats and pats. You know, unlimited churu. It's kind of weird, but Louisa doesn't want to eat churu, but then once another one of the cats starts eating the churu, she's like, yeah, give me that. Give me all of that. That's terrible, Misty's mom. I had a cat pass in this apartment a few years back, so that sucked. This one, yeah, this one I'm this one I think I'm making the choice that she's going to cross the bridge before she has to suffer, but you never know. You never know. Incoming Benny. Incoming Benny. Yeah, I will. I will. I think this face is telling me not quite yet. Oh, thanks, Pachuk. She's very skinny, actually. Yeah. Yes, Depolita, it's a cat. Her name's Louisa. I've known her for 3 years now, and unfortunately, she does have stage 4 kidney disease, so we're probably not making it to 4. But we're celebrating 3 years today. And yeah, you're right, Dean. They're very good at camouflaging their illness and their pain. Wish, 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 wish. Wish, 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 wish. So yeah, she's still on daily Q fluids, Louisa is, but sorry y'all, I'm getting distractified because I have a comment here in some Cyrillic language, and whenever someone sends me a comment in Cyrillic, I try to read it, and then I realize I don't speak Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian, or any of that, or anything like that. sorry, Turbo Batir, I don't speak whatever language that is. Oh, Dean, it's because you have to turn on all messages instead of top messages. Okay, Weed, I can see you want me to give you new water. Yep, that's exactly what they are, Cast and Blast. You figured me out. My little memes are losing steams. Forgive me, I don't own any cats. I take care of many cats. And I am but one man. But yes, I do need to clean the staircase soon. I will. Yeah, no, I do. I'm telling you right now. Oh! Or, I don't know, try like most recent or something like that. I don't know, Dean. It's not that important. Most of the messages that you can't see are usually like piss and shit anyways. I just have to have all messages turned on just in case somebody starts, on some buffoonery. Weesh, weesh! You feed your local strays the toads you catch? That's kind of cool. What's up, Toe Baby? Oh. Yeah, you got to be careful with some of the... It's crazy. The colorful toads are the poisonous ones. Yeah, today So, Toe Baby, we're commemorating 3 years of me knowing this lovely cat named Louisa. Unfortunately, she does have stage 4 kidney disease, so I'm probably not going to make it to 4 years of Louisa, but we are going to treasure the time we have left. Yeah. Hey, Sun Girl. Bye, Sun Girl. It's okay, Toe Baby. You know what? Louisa lived most of her life before knowing me on the street, as you can see, based on the clipped ear. What's up, Texas Rebel? Yo. Speaking of which, okay, actually, we've got Texas Rebel and sorry, Goofball. And we got Texas Rebel and we got Elijah in the chat and we got Benny on the floor. Benny. Yeah, Cast and Blast. I also have there are exactly that many in this apartment right now too. Some are mine, some are Foster's. But yeah. But anywho. Ooh. That sounded spicy outside. Something Russia? Slava Ukraini. All right. Heroram Slava. All right. As we were saying, that'll be my political commentary for the day. All right. Texas Rebel and Elijah specifically talking to you guys right now. The drawing for my 2K subs giveaway is over, and you guys are 2 of the 3 entries. The third one being Grouchy Lenny. Drawing coming soon, I guess, or should we do it right now? Should we do it now? What do we say? You guys let me know. Somebody ping. Let's do it. Somebody ping Grouchy Lenny and be like, "Yo, get your butt in here." All right, hold on. Let me get my eye. Gina, what's going on? Yeah, you know what, Gina? We're here. You know, we're chilling. We're commemorating 3 years of me knowing Louisa. Where'd she go? Oh, she's heading back to her little hangout in the closet. Weesh weesh. Also, I just got a notification from my security camera that there was motion detected. No shit, security camera. Hi, it's me. Hi, hello. The Mona Lisa. Hey, hey, focus. Hey. Benny, baby boy, baby blue. All right, let me get my iPad. Beanie, 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 beanie. Yeah, I saw that announcement, Elijah. I gotta get that going. All right. iPad acquired. Oh, I didn't go to that colony today, Faithless. But who knows? Hey, hey, Boop. Benny. All right, let's figure out a list randomizer. Benny's got the zoomies. Benny's got zoomies. Zoom, zoom, Benny. All right. And for those of you who forgot what the prize was, we used to have 2 prizes, but since there are only 3 entries, there is 1 prize. It is this absolutely stunning and beautiful Padlock FSIC 1B with a Schlage Everest Primus core in it with 2 keys. Unfortunately, I do not have a control key, but I will say that if any of y'all know how to solder, just put a little dot of solder at the end of one of these keys and you have made an control key. Everest Primus, no less, Dean. So yes, you have 6 pins. There is some master keying over here. But there is some master keying on the top stack. However, the sidebar is not master keyed at all. It's all good, Dean. At this rate, where there will be a 3K subs giveaway, I am going to try and gear it more towards a more general audience, so the people who only do cat rescue and not lockpicking can get in there. But it is all good. Yeah, it is what it is. I didn't publicize it on LPU at all. I only let it be known on Lady Lock's thing. I didn't make a video of it. So I could have done a better job publicizing it, but you know what? That is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, Faithless, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by to celebrate the weesh weesh. Here, while I'm queuing up a While I'm queuing up a list randomizer, you guys can... Good. How do you feel about that, Zoe the cat? Ambivalent or like happy that you no longer have to pay for health insurance, or kind of like, what, or kind of, damn it, I wish I was not a senior citizen. Yeah, sorry about this, y'all. 1 second. All right. All right, here we got our... Whoa! We have our 3 contestants. Very high-tech shit we got going over here, guys. Ready? All right. I am a professional YouTuber, I swear. All right. Elijah, Texas Rebel, Grouchy Lenny. And randomize. And the winner is Elijah! It literally did it in the order that... What's up, Stick-a-Pot? It literally did it in the order that I entered the things. Rigged or sus? Anyways, congratulations, Elijah. Now I gotta send a package to Australia. God damn it. I think Safari was cheating because I had another tab open on Australian Creole Wikipedia. So get your rigged. Get your rigged in it. Get your rigged in it. Congrats, Elijah. This also means I already know your address, so... I'll get that squared away with you. All right. Oh, so that's why you didn't win today's, because you already won once. You can't double dip. Baby blue. All right, so I'm gonna like fuck around with this Medico payphone lock really quickly, but I think there's some either I suck with Medico or this is the option A is the correct option. Either I suck with Medico or something is wonky in this lock because something's wonky going on in this lock. Beep beep blue. Baby blue. Well. Thanks, Texas Rebel. Have a good one. Baby Blue is playing with the scratching post and having a jolly old time doing it. Why does my phone keep trying to turn on the frickin'... Oh, I know why. My phone is on crack. That's basically what's going on. My phone is on crack. Shut up. I don't want the flash on. Or the flashlight on. All right. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I did. Nothing super big too. Yeah, nothing super big to report, but apparently he's. Thanks, Lord Kodiak, for stopping in, man. So I don't know, Toe Baby. I think I don't know. I'm not really a spiritual person, so for me, when living things die, they just die. They just start to decompose. It's entropy. But you know, but I do think there's a certain you carry their memory with you, and that can be either a blessing or a curse depending on how you take it. So that's going to be my my answer to your question, as it were. I hate this fucking Medico. Well, yeah, I think that's the big question for me is like it's not a question of whether there's a God or not. It's like what do I do about the soul or the spirit or whatever. Zoe the cat. I was waiting to see where you went with that one, and I well played, sir. Like that's the question, Toe Baby. I think it really depends on how the memory is. You know, if the memory, if these are memories you cherish and think back fondly of, then yeah, keep them. And But if this is a memory that like makes you sad all the time and it's corrosive to you, then probably let it go. That'd be my think on the matter, as it were. All right. Speaking of which, all right. I want. Oh, your actual name is Blocky McBlockenstein. Of course, Rona. You can see Baby Blue. You can see we're commemorating Louisa's 3rd anniversary of knowing me. So you can see everybody. First off, you have to look at Benny because he's in the thing dropping a deuce right now. Boop. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Baby Blue. Rona wants to say hi to you. Hey, son girl. Hey, baby boy. Hey, Baby Blue. Baby Blue. Let's say hi to Weesh Weesh really quickly. Hey, Weesh. This is her little I like to be quiet lounge. Hey, Weesh. Rona gives you lots of love. Louisa says, Weesh, weesh, weesh. Yeah. Yeah, look at this luxury kitty. He's like, I'm never going back to the streets. I'm for the sheets now. Beep, beep, blue. Beep, beep, blue. All right. Boop-a-doo. All right, the David Romano randomness hour continues. You think so, Rona? You think I should say, she seems to be she seems to be happier eating the like just regular food. I'll say that much. But do you think the renal diet food will meaningfully prolong her life? Dean, what the heck? All right, why is my phone acting weird? Hold on, y'all. Phone weird. Phone super zoomed in. Wow, that's actually really good resolution for that zoom. Holy crap. Paracentric. Have a good one, Zoe the cat. Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do a mix of the two, Rona, because like she, and I'm also just gonna give her just super simple food, like I'm gonna go get her that applause stuff that only has like 3 messages. Anyways, or not 3 messages, 3 ingredients. Okay, hold on, y'all. I mean, we love all the animals here, dogs, cats, don't matter. All right, I want to talk about one thing, which is okay. I did a quick thing on my IG about this particular Brinks lock, and I want to talk about it now briefly for you fine folks. Here's the keys. Here's the bidding. It's delicious, I know. It's actually a pretty well-made lock, obviously. It's actually made in America for you jingoists who like, I don't want to buy anything made in China or Mexico. God damn it, I want to buy Americans. So yeah, so there's that. It's physically tough. It's got a nice ball bearing locking mechanism, boron shackle, which is what it is, powder coated, I think. So that's kind of nice. Should last pretty long. Obviously, it takes off a lot after the commando lock, although it's got the yucky, icky master lock for M1 keyway, and as you can see, only 4 pins. Ugh. So naturally, when it comes to picking, it's yeah, Gina. So are most American cars these days too. Mm. This is taking way too long. Why am I stuck in this weird false set? I think I bound the core there for a second. Oh, that's good on you, toe baby. All right, that took me way too long, but there you go. Pretty novice. Holy smackaroni. Yeah. I gotta tell you, like, I primarily do cat rescue, but, oh, I was using the wrong, pick. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, so, yeah, not a great lock as far as pick resistance. Also, I will say one thing, and this is kind of a cool thing I want to show y'all. It actually, despite the rotation limiters, it uses the commando lock eye change shackle system. So let me actually show you something kind of funny. With the lock in the unlocked position, and the shackle in this position, in the open position, you can actually, and this is something they should actually stop you from doing because you really shouldn't be able to do this. You can actually return the core to the locked position, which, like I say, you should not be able to do. This is a key retaining lock. But that also means, Smadri, All right, perfect. And let me just grab this. Oh, shit. Ah, god damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Sorry, folks, bear with me. I made a mistake. I made an mistake. Where about in Missouri you from, Toe Baby? Yeah, big thank you for what you do. You know, yeah, I was going to say before my ADD got the better of me, but whenever I go on like the LA Animals, I live in Los Angeles. That's a different state that begins with M, Dean, but let's not get into that right now. We don't want to summon the crazies. We're having a lovely evening right now. You know, Dean, usually I'm in the mood to squabble up with the idiot brigade, but just not feeling that tonight. Ya, 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 hijo de perra. Maybe I'll use this kind of technique. Yeah, I mean, you know, in fairness, a lot of the news is in my city right now because it was the Grammys tonight. So, you know. I also just want to say I don't really care about the Grammys, but I did love GNX by Kendrick Lamar, but I'm a little bit pissed that Clips didn't win Rap Album of the Year. They should have won. Let God Sort 'Em Out was better than GNX, objectively. Like, not saying that GNX wasn't great, because it was, but Let God Sort 'Em Out was better. For you hip hop heads out there. Okay, that's what I was looking for. All right. As you can see, we've now picked the lock the wrong direction. And what I've done basically is that these use the iChain shackle developed by Commando Lock, and it was designed so that you could switch the shackle out for like a cable or a longer shackle or whatever. And those Commando Locks did it by not having this rotation guard. Here, hold on 1 second, Dean. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. You can show where you can, no, 1 second. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and say, Dean, I strenuously disagree with you. Kendrick is a musical genius, but I'm just saying that Clips was literally painting, like, beautiful art in Perico with let God sort them out. So yeah. So Dean, hold on. I gotta pick this sucker open right now. But this is the commando lock, which obviously you can see this. They're the same lock, basically, down to the, down to everything. They're made in and Lee's Junk. No, I'm not a locksmith. Miamoo song? Oh, Peekaboo. No, that dude, that's a banger. As an Angelino, that song is a banger. All right. But yeah, so this is the better version of this piece of shit Brinks. Yeah, to each their own, Dean. But yeah, I did love that album and that song in particular. I believe it was like number 3 in my most played songs of 2025. Granted, the number 1 song was a song in Russian by a Belarusian post-rock band named Molchat Doma. So, I'm all over the place. But yeah, the Commando Lock uses the Yale-style keyway, so it's got a 1 up there, and it's got 5 pins, 1 up, 2 up there. But it's still not this. I'm not sure. This is from. My thing with Russian hip hop these days is that it's really bootlicking the. Ugh, yeah, 10 out of 10. Don't recommend either. Yeah, my thing with Russian hip hop is a lot of it is like hella Z these days, and that's not for me. They're kind of sucking the governmental dick. Yeah, some of the cool ones. A lot of them had to flee Russia because of the war. Hold on 1 second. I'm not doing this right. I'm also using the wrong pick. Favorite pick. Also, y'all, I'm way overusing this pick, and I'm an overtensioner, and so this thing is bending. I don't know if Covert is offering Apex single picks yet, but they better do it soon. If you're the master, Dean, I am a close second. You are correct, Roscoe Diggity. I am tweaking with anticipation of opening this padlock. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've broken a pick, but I do bend them. Something awful. Why are you not picking open yet? Good on you, Toe Baby. Stay strong, my man. Yeah, that's the thing. I try to remind myself, okay, they're gonna bend, but don't bend them back, because that really weakens them. Oh, just because it'd be fun. Also, the pickers know picking live is way different from picking like when you're chill. I also put my arm in a super uncomfortable position. Hold on, let me start that from the beginning and do it like right. Me too, it's a Vietnamese name, but I can't pronounce it. We... What yet? Lee's junk, I'm a lock picker. Nothing more, nothing less. I enjoy picking locks for fun and for enjoyment. There we go. God damn. So Dean, what I was telling you is that, as what I was saying is that this is the commando lock eye change system, and this is actually designed to do this. New guy yet. All right. So yeah. So in this one, as you can see, there's no rotation limiter. Actually, this side is up. There's no rotation limiter. So this guy can turn this way, and it's actually designed to have the shackle pop out. So I can actually, so it's, designed for an interchangeable shackle. So now, now I've switched from the original commando shackle to the Brinks shackle, and it's actually, this is actually designed for that. But what Brinks did was when they adapted this design, they kept, sorry, let me switch back to the Brinks shackle for this example. They kept the original Brinks, or they kept the commando lock eye change design. Okay, Toe Baby, thank you for stopping by, friend. Thank you for the sub. But yeah, the way this works is that, as you can see, this cutout is very deep, and it allows you to when you unlock it this way, to just lift the shackle out. All right, stick with us a little bit longer. We're live at 5. So, but yeah, basically what I'm saying is, theoretically, it should be very extremely difficult to do this with a key because the rotation limiter should stop you, but I still think that it was a failure of design to leave this in. They didn't have to. They could have blanked it off, but, cost cutting. All right, Toe. Do you do towing and recovery? All right, but but now that we've had enough fun with this piece of shit lock, let's take it apart. Fuck it. I want to see what it's made of. I don't think it's made of very much, but I do want to see what it's made of. All right. Emily is very anxious about what this thing is made of. Ben couldn't care less. He's like, I don't care. I'm sleeping. I'm relaxed. I'm chill. Why did you bother me? All right, let's go. Let's go. We're cutting shit open, and I do indeed. Thank you for noticing my eyes. They exist. They still work too. I need to get glasses pretty soon though. I'm starting to get really irritated by the glare of lights, of like headlights at night. Although that's partially because frickin' lights are just too damn bright. Especially Teslas and GM SUVs. Those are my like my main culprits of evil light pollution institutions. All right. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna kill the mic for a sec. Why are you yelling at the mic? Thank you, Gina. You know you rock. Fred's entering the chat. All right, let me kill the mic for a second and remove We're back with sound again, and I have officially taken the rivets off. Now let's get the core out of this sucker and have some fun with it. I also want to see what the pinning is, because commando locks historically do have funky pinning, and it's not great, but it's kind of cool. And these Brinks locks, despite the fact that they suck as far as degree of difficulty, do have some interesting pins, which I'm going to salvage to use in other better locks, hopefully. But yeah, all right. Let me get shit together. Punching block. Where's my chisel? Chisley McChiselstein. All right. Chisley Wisley. Yeah, it's a good thing we got. It's a good thing we got Fred out of the frame when we did, because he didn't have the safety squints on like I did. All right. Here's a bit of ball knowledge from David to everybody who's listening. Usually with laminated locks, once you get the rivets off, you can just remove the first laminate, and that'll let the core pop out. However, commando locks are special because, as you can see, these pins, they actually interlock their laminates, and the core is actually underneath the second laminate. So, did you know that? Like Bill Nye, now you know. All right, let me get this sucker apart really quickly. Let me know if you all want me to turn the mic off for the bang bang. Doink, ow. Thank you, Gina, for getting my reference. Yes. Yes, Bill Nye was such a huge part of my childhood. Gotta love Bill Nye. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill. Vape, Dakota? Sorry. No vape here. I quit nicotine about 2 years ago, and I feel so much better about it. I love it. Oh shit, it's 10 p.m. It's a little late for me to be banging. All right, let's get the hustle on. I want to see some actual progress, peeps. The fact that you had to do the 2 laminates instead of just one also makes it so much more satisfying to take apart. And by satisfying, I mean involved. With a master lock, I'd have this sucker apart already. Commando locks make it difficult for, or these Brinks, whatever. The things made in this particular factory make life very difficult for you to take apart. However, for the record, that's actually a good thing. I don't know what Cuzzy's talking about with the vape. Like I said, I quit vaping. Baby powder, oh God, no. You gotta put cocaine, Gina, cocaine. You're using the wrong white powder. If you're not putting perico in your locks, you're doing it wrong. I wonder if Diddy lubricated his doors with baby oil. Just saying. He certainly had enough of it as he certainly had enough baby oil at his compound to use it for lubrication of things other than, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to continue there. Oh, no, you didn't. But did he do it? Yeah, he did everything. And then some. And then he got away scot-free because, well, not scot-free, but he got away easy. Yeah, thank you, Elijah. I was running out of patience with Mr. Dakota. No lie, I'm kind of running out of patience with people named after locations. White girls named Madison and freaking white boys named Austin and Dakota and... That's some hippy-dippy shit right there, Gina. It's like, my name is River. Which River? I'm also no lie, I'm quite... I'm also no lie, I'm kind of pussyfooting it with the hammer right now because it's a little bit late and I don't want to wake up my neighbors and get them upset at me. And like also I'm doing it on the table, which is causing. Yeah. There's something to be said about that, Elijah. Although I will say this, the name Austin, if assuming the name Austin is coming after the city Austin, Texas, which was named after Stephen, was it A or F? Stephen A. Austin, I believe. Not necessarily a good dude from a historical standpoint. Like, probably like a great Texan, I suppose, but not great for the natives. So what, the question is, what's the lesser, is there a lesser, what's the lesser evil, I suppose, being named after cultural appropriation or being named after a colonizer? Yeah, questions, questions, questions. I don't have answers, unfortunately. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of people who name themselves after places. And it's not just Austin and Dakota, but, I know a couple of Madisons, both male and female. I don't know if I know any non-binary Madisons, although it's one of those names that works pretty well for the NB population, because it's like, whatever, are you Madison? You're a dude, you're a girl, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Hey, that works. What's up, Marcus? I didn't stop by the colony very long today, but things are pretty much the same way they've been all of 2026, which is to say not great. But, we'll continue to do our best. I'm going to try and just take care, like right now I'm just trying to take the best care of Louisa I can for however time she has left. And then And then especially once I get the remaining Fosters out the house, I really can kick rescue into high gear and start clearing out that colony of the ones that we have left. And hopefully the ones that have gone missing start reappearing. But like I said, you just got to take care of the ones that I can. That's all I can do. Yeah. Also, like, just saying, but like y'all shouldn't, like, if you're gonna name yourself, like, Why you always name yourself after nice places? Why don't you name yourself after, like, Swindon or something? My name's Bakersfield. My name's Bakersfield and ding 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 ding. Frankston, is that like bumfuck nowhere, Australia? I was just gonna go like, Coober Pedy, Alice Springs or something like that. Now, Alice Springs is where the secret shit is. Coober Pedy. Or is Frankston like Bogan Central or some shit like that? I don't know. Hammer time is taking a long time. See, this is why you do this live, because if I tried to do this as like a video, it would be a disaster. Oh, because I want to get to the core, Gina, so we can figure out what it's made of. As you can see, the body is actually made of pretty tough stuff, but the core is Jell-O. So... No, this and its friend cost me $30, and I feel like I've been cheated out of money. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick it anymore because it's kind of shitty to pick. It's not that fun for me. It's below my skill level by leaps and bounds. And I'm a little butthurt that I spent as much money as I did to buy them because my stupid ass was like, oh, Brinks has come to Home Depot. Maybe they'll put their best foot forward. Wishful thinking. Of course they didn't put their best foot forward. They haven't put their best foot forward for years. They don't know where their best foot is. They don't have a best foot to put forward at this point. Fucking Brinks. Stinks Brinks. But yeah, to give you all my thought process in the matter was I kind of enjoy the commando locks. They're kind of fun. They got nice spools. They got good counter rotation. Nice paracentric-ish keyway. Fun pick. Like them. Especially the older ones. The new ones, the quality is kind of shitty. What's up, Silvana? Long time no see in the chat. We'll take you to say happy anniversary to Louisa soon. But yeah, my thought process was as follows. Historically speaking, Brinks, so yeah, I like the commando locks, and then I found the Brinks version of this in Walmart a couple years back, and it had only 4 pins like this piece of shit, but it still had the paracentric keyway. And then a while later, like about a month or so ago, I was like, oh, there's a new Brinks lock at Home Depot, and it looks like the commando lock. Usually because Brinks does sell a slightly higher quality product at the hardware stores than it does at Walmart historically, I was like, oh, maybe they put the 5th pin back. Maybe they did something good. No, wrong. 4 pins, and they even got rid of the paracentric keyway that was in the Walmart version. So it's absolute dog shit. And because it was only being sold in a 2-pack at the time, I had to buy 2 locks. They're both shit. I'm not picking them anymore. Cost me $30. So yeah, this lock is coming apart. Was it the flu, Sylvana, or COVID? Because I had just a wicked case of COVID at the end of last year. And I think there might be a new strain of that going around because, yay, it's just wonderful being alive in 2026, isn't it? Oh, clarity. It absolutely is. It's not even a chisel, as you can see. It's a Dasco pin punch that I've fashioned into a chisel because I need to get in. But couple of things. Number one, I can't be too loud because my neighbors are sleeping. Ugh. Sucks. Well, I hope your recovery is going all right. All right, that being said, yeah, this chisel. No, my safety squints. Ugh, icky tempo on that flu, though. Yeah, the only strains I want to talk about are weed strains, not flu strains. It's mostly Maui Wowie, but it's got a little Labrador in it, too. What's Labrador? It's dog shit. Yeah. Had to follow my... Really blew the fucker's mind. I think it's better the second time around. Yeah, I wonder what Great Dane tastes like. Oof, that's rough. Yeah, one of the reasons, I will say, one of the reasons that this is being so difficult is that these rivets are very well set in. So they are very swollen over here. So even though I cut them off, I still have to punch the rivets through the laminates. Like they're still... It's resisting me more than the usual piece of shit laminated lock. So I'll give credit where credit is due. Physically, this thing is tough. This thing is very, very tough. It's very well made. But it will not resist me for that much longer. Now stop! Hammer time! Oh, my torch fell. Sorry, Wyatt, this is absolutely not safe cracking 101. This is how to slowly and not so methodically take apart a laminated padlock that isn't designed to be taken apart. But we're doing it for the lols. Nah, sorry, Wyatt. I live in California. Explosives are illegal here. I will say this whole difficulty I've had is why they interleave the rivets why they interleave the laminates the way they do. It's because it's to make it difficult to chisel them apart. I mean, Wyatt, I'm sure it's legal. I'm just messing with you. But I also live in the chances that I can get explosives good enough to take this lock apart, not that high, but also not that low. What's up, Tong Tong? Nice to see ya. There's always going to be one time when I smack myself in the hand. All right, but yeah, we're pretty much good now. I said that about 5 minutes ago, and then we weren't good. We're pretty much good now. He was not, in fact, good. Nah, but we're good. Yeah, we're a home stretch now, boys and girls. What's up, Sideways? Yeah, I mean, you know, here's the simple fact of life. Everything is legal until you get caught. You know? It's like speed never killed anybody. It's the sudden stop that'll get you, you know? See, now it's really coming apart. Now we're making progress. All right, I think if I pop it here, it should. All right, give me one more on the other side, and now it really should come off. I'll tell you what's yeah, exactly what Elijah said. It was overpriced for very poor pick resistance. Although, as you can see, with the difficulty I'm having taking it apart destructively, physical toughness definitely up there. But no, just kidding. This is a Brinks. I can't remember the model number, and frankly, I don't care. It doesn't really matter. But it's made in the same factory as the Commando lock. And I purchased it, and the reason I'm really butthurt is because I purchased it hoping that maybe they would basically be selling a commando lock in a Brinks frock. And that, it was very much not. It was different keyway, only 4 pins, not 5. Just hot garbage. But that being said, it should have some fun pins in it too, because commando locks usually have some funky driver pins. They usually do have serrated key pins too, but I'm not expecting serrated key pins because the bidding on this one is like that, pretty freaking high. So I don't think there's the key pins are tall enough to have the serrations on the key pins, but, and yeah, in case I didn't mention it, this thing is really, like, built like a freaking tank. Like, this isn't the first commando locker, like, of these Brinks that I've taken apart, but every time I take them apart, I'm like, damn, these things are built. Because, like, usually other laminated locks, once you get the rivets chiseled off, it's elementary to take it apart. You just hammer it for a few minutes and you're done-ski. Or, like, the Chinesium ones from, like, Dollar Tree, those come apart even easier. Like, some of the easiest ones to come apart are the Defiants, because their rivets are smaller than the holes they're drilled into. So once you cut the bottom rivets off, the whole rivet basically falls out. But these guys are actually well put together. Their build quality is every bit as good as their pick resistance is not. Put it to you that way. We're so close, I can see the core. I gotta treat it like the cops. Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Oh, there went one rivet. Oh, wow. Okay. Plot twist. There is an improvement here. It's not a big improvement, but there is an improvement that they've done. Possibly. Remains to be seen. All right. Yeah, the interesting thing that I was noticing is that... Oh, no, bamboozled. I was going to say, okay, they went back to a brass core instead of the, like a zinc core, but upon further examination, it's painted or like washed with a brass thing, but it's zinc, I believe. And as a matter of fact, I don't know, this isn't... Oh, maybe it is brass. I don't know. All right. We finally got the fucker apart. Let's see what it's made of. 1 second. Let me get my pinning tray. Hey, JFK, be careful, my man. I was letting you get away with some weird shit. Don't be offending Gina. Although, that being said, she can handle herself. All right, where were we? Where were we? Where were we? Kind of annoying that this one has the actuator design where it's like sticks out. Really love that actuator design. Yeah, that E-clip went flying. Okay, let's get the key. So I do have the key. And once again, and as always, we're going to try it with the master lock follower. No, we're going to need a shim. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe we can do it. Yeah, that'll work. All right, I lost one driver pin. That's okay. Ah! All right. Driver on 1 is serrated with 2 serrations. What's up, Tashita? We are picking locks and commemorating 3 years of knowing Louisa. 2 is a spool. 3 is a stuck follower. Another spool. And a serrated. All right. Just to show y'all. No, she's still here. We're commemorating 3 years of knowing her, Tashita. But let me show for the lock pickers. Focus. All right, so these are the driver pins. We've got serrated with 2 serrations in 1, spool in 2, spool in 3, and a serrated with 3 serrations, I believe. Yes, in 4. And for the lock pickers, you'll also notice that there is an attempt at balanced pin stacks. As you can see, this serrated pin and this serrated pin are different heights. So that should be, so there is it's interesting to see that. So, okay, Tashita, just to show you quite briefly, when I say a spool key pin or a spool driver pin, I mean it looks like I need a flat surface. Focus. It looks like that. It looks like a spool of thread. when I say a pin is serrated, I mean like this one. Hold on, can I zoom? That's way better, actually. So you can see the serrations on this one. And as you can see, there's 3 distinct serrations. One second, actually. Now that I'm like, all right, let me do this better. Let me do this better, harder, better, faster, smarter. All right. So as I was saying, this is what a spool looks like. Hold on. So you can see it's got a narrowing in the center section. And I mean, well, I will say one thing, Silvana, these are pins from a padlock, and padlock pins are extra small. But, so that's a spool pin. And this right here is a serrated pin. And as you can see, there's 3 little serrations. And these are both anti-pick devices, because the serrations are supposed to catch and the way spools work is, if you've heard a lockpicker say, "Oh, I'm in a false set," that means that the narrow portion of the spool is in, whoops, damn it, dropped it. That's all right. Actually, hold on one second. These are not the tall spools. I got spools from a different padlock that are much longer. That'll be a better exemplar. Master lock pin kit. All right, here's a long boy spool. That's a long boy spool on the floor. But it's all right, we got it. Yeah, no, Gina, I really enjoy picking because it's very calming. Oh, there absolutely are, Silvana. The springs hold the pins down. But yeah, so here's tall boy spool, long boy spool. And so the way a spool pin works is, this is the core of the lock, and when the fat part of the spool is in place, it goes up and down normally. However, when the narrow part of the spool is in play, it allows a little bit of play in the core. But also, keep in mind that it gets fat again. So once it does that motion, this wider section on the spool you need to rotate the core backwards to allow that thing, or it'll get caught. That's how spool pins work. But yeah, Silvana, the way the way this all works is, here's a padlock core, actually. Sorry, there's cat hair in it, because of course there is. Focus on this, please. All right, hold on one second. All right, so you can see we've got our springs up top. We got our driver pins over here. And then in here, in this plug, we got our key pins. And so when we put our key in, so we can see the driver pins are being pushed up and down. And then when the correct key is inserted, the driver pins are all lined up at the shear line. The key pins are over there, and the core can turn. And then as the core turns, the actuator turns, and the lock will open. That's how a padlock works. That lock, the one that says John Holistic, that lock is evil. This one is evil too, but for a very different reason. That Medico. All right, zoom out. But yeah, and also now very quickly, since we're here anyways, let's figure out if there's any serrated key pins. I doubt it. One is... Oop. Let me push them out with a pick. One is standard. Two is standard. Three is standard. Four is... They're all standard. Yeah, Gina, a lot of lock companies will sell you either a cutaway lock like this or a clear lock to kind of teach lock picking. I will say the cutaways are a lot better teaching aids than the clear locks, because cutaways, neither picks exactly like an actual lock, just because the removal of material, or the fact that if they're clear, they're made out of some sort of plastic. Plastic doesn't pick like metal. But that being said, I'm going to put these driver pins away. I don't really care about the key pins, but I want the spools. Gib spools. These spools kind of suck, though. I don't know why I'm saving them. They're short. They're very short. These are really short. Like, really short spools. Tiny little spools. Oh, and just for completion's sake, and these are from a full-size lock, not a padlock, but this is a standard pin, just for the sake of completion. And look, it's plain as can be. It's just a piece of brass. It's brass rod. It's very high tolerance, very high quality. Yeah, True Builder Louisa always struggled with grooming herself because of her stomatitis. But yeah. All right. Speaking of which, True Builders, Silvana, anybody who has not had time to say hello. Oh, Deshita also. And everybody else who has not had a chance to say what's up to Louisa, we're going to say hi to her. Right, meow? But yeah. Luisa's not doing great. She's not doing terrible, but she's still kicking. And all right, beep beep blue. Hey, Weesh. She's still got that V8 per motor humming. But you're so right, True Builder. No matter how long it is, it's never long enough. Ah, Vampire Kitty. Yeah, I hope so too, Gina. I hope she was willing to stick around for a little bit longer. But yeah, don't know if she's going to make it to the end of February. Those beautiful eyes. Weesh, weesh, weesh. Vampire teeth. Yeah. Yeah, True Builder. I'm cherishing every minute I got with her. I've also completely knocked her off the pet bed. What's up, Shawl Dog? Or Shaul Dog? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. She sleeps wherever she wants. But you know, like the thumbnail image for today's stream was a few days after Ozzy went to his forever home. She decided to hop up on the bed with me, like Baby Blue is right here. But I'm not sure she can. I'm not sure she can physically hop up anymore. Or no, actually, wait, that's a lie. She did it yesterday. But it's a bit much of an exertion for her at this point. But yeah, she got... She's got annoyed with me because I'm touching her back Pete's. Yeah, no touching. But scratchy. Okay, Weesh, I leave you alone. Baby boy. Baby blue. Weesh, weesh, weesh. All right, back downstairs. He whipped that tail back and forth. You know, the tail is my favorite part, Gina, because when I first met her, because, you know, between her stomatitis and flea, all these things, her tail had almost no hair left in it at all. And now she's got this big floof of a tail because, you know, she's just so beautiful. Agreed, John Stepek. Cats are total family. The long-haired tortoiseshell upstairs, unfortunately, is in stage 4 of kidney disease. So don't know if she's got much left on this earth before it's time to cross the Rainbow Bridge. But like Gina just said, she had a great life with me, and I had a great 3 years with her. And I'm so glad I took her off the streets when I did. She wasn't for the streets. But yeah, it's never enough time, you know. I'm mentally preparing myself to say goodbye, but I'll never be ready to say goodbye. And that's just me keeping it real. And now, moving right along, we've destructively destroyed this destructive piece of shit. Excuse me, Ben. Thank you. Oh yeah, Gina. As soon as like when Louisa and the thing is that Louisa, you know, I'm not ready to say goodbye, but truth be told, the past few months because of her kidney disease have been really taxing on me between like, you know, between the feeding and the sub-Q fluids and the doctor visits and mostly the fact that she refuses to use the litter box anymore, so she's peeing all over my floor and she's stinking up my apartment. And that I will not be missing. At all. And also, like, it's bringing unnecessary heat to me because everyone's going, hey, you smell like, your apartment smells like piss. Yeah, True Builder. There's still going to be kitties all over the place, but yeah, generally speaking, this is going to be a schmooze stream. We'll have a kitty cat stream tomorrow from the colony though. Definitely hope to see you then. But yeah, also in case anyone was curious, just to show you all really quickly, you see this is when I said that these commando locks, they pair their laminates. So you can see that this laminate has these 4 pins which actually interlock with this one. So there's a bit of insider baseball. got the number 2 in there. I don't know why. It's the second best padlock you can buy. Oh, look at Benny. 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 Thank you so much, True Builder. Look at Benny. Benny, Benny, Benny. Benny, Benny, Benny. Benny, Benny, Benny. He's a Benny, Benny. The Benny, Benny, Benny. He go Benny, Benny, Benny. Hey, Benny. Go Benny, Benny, Benny. Oh! Thank you so much, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for asking, Silvana. Actually, Tatiana's doing really well. I got a message. From her. She's still she's still off the streets, thankfully. And I got a message from with a little video. She's in a crate right now still. So she's still like getting used to living indoors, but she seems to be very comfortable. I'll download the video and I'll post it in the Discord for you and Elijah and the gang so you guys can see it. She's looking pretty good. Hector told me the thing that she had a tumor of some sort that got removed by the vet, which is why it cost a lot of money. But yeah, it was a tumor. So if ever they say it's not a tumor, no, for Tatiana it was a tumor. Boom, bah. Thank you, John. Woo woo. Get a big heart on that one and a like. Double plus good. So also for those of y'all who don't really know how to lockpick, let's put the spool pin knowledge that we just learned into practice with this little 4-pin master lock. So you can see right now the core is at rest. When I set a pin, well, that one never actually fell into a false set. That's not very fun of you. We'll do this one. This one picks a little harder, I guess. As you can see, when I lift a pin up, you see how the tension wrench goes the opposite direction that I want to turn? That's the fat end of the spool pushing the core the other direction. But of course, now the lock is open. So like right now the lock is at rest. we're about to fall into, all right, that's a set pin, that click. That's another set pin, but as you can see, the core is moving ever so slightly towards the right. All right, these are very easy to pick. Unfortunately, they're discontinued. But that being said, the Abus 7240 also has beautiful spools and counter rotation. So you can actually see right here is so you can see the angle the lock is at right now. It's when I set when I'm in a false set, it's going to be more like there. Thank you, Julian. Let me go upstairs to her so you can wish her to her face. So you can see now I'm in a false set. Now the lock is now the core is kind of more here than here where it was before. And every time I go to set a pin, you can see there's a slight counter rotation of the core as I lift the spool through its fat end. You see? Look very closely. No, I overset something actually there. All right, right there. Boom, and lock is open. Yay! All right. Gina, don't... I hope they don't discontinue you. Okay, Silvana and Gina are going to sleep. Guys, I think that's a sign. It's okay, Gina, since you're the smoker, let's have a quick dab session. Let's go to sleep. Cuz I'm also ready to call it a night. It's 11 o'clock and I've got some shit to do before bedtime. Dab time? Dab time? Yeah. Also, she's seen better days because I've had it for over a decade, but I just want to point out how cute my cat carb cap is. She's seen better days. She's lost an ear. I'm just going to say that she got ear tipped for a feral cat, and she also had an arm over here that's gone, but yeah. Oh, yeah, and Julian, and Elijah makes a good point. Julian needs to see the Weesh before we go. Let's take Julian upstairs to say hi to the wee shop. That's my forehead. That's not a forehead, that's a 5-head. Face ass. Weesh, weesh! Why stop at 6? Why not 7? Lucky number 7. All right, weesh, weesh. Hey, weesh, weesh. Look at those beautiful eyes. They stare into my soul. Baby blue. Baby boy. Benny. Come on, Beanie. Yeah, we love Baby Blue. Look how comfy that dude is. He's just like, nah. I think they feel that way. Or maybe they're just like, no, what are you talking about, street cats? We were never street cats. We have no memory of that. Object permanence was that. But yeah. But, like Kobe would say, job ain't finished. Job finished, job not finished. Ben. Keep in mind, y'all, despite the fact that Ben isn't ear tip, Ben was also a street cat. He just didn't get fixed until after he got adopted by moi. Benny. Benny was rescue number 1. Lick, 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 lick. Lick, lick, lick. Lick, 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 lick. Fred was adoption number 1, but technically Fred was adopted from the shelter, so he wasn't the street rescue number 1. But yeah, Fred and Emily were adopted on the same day, but they were shelter pets. They were the only ones that weren't taken off the streets direct. But yeah, Fred would. So yeah, I would say Emily was the first one I adopted, because initially my ex and I were just, yikes, Benny. Initially my ex and I were just going to adopt Emily, and then we decided to adopt Fred too, but he was already taken. So he was actually my first experience with the cat distribution system, because the person who was going to adopt Fred no-showed. So Fred was my first, like I said, Fred was the first experience with the cat distribution system. Said, yes, you were supposed to have this cat. He's going to come into your life. And then, yeah. So, but yeah, Emily and Fred, same day, in 2021. Ben was later in 2021. I took him off the streets. And then Louisa was 2023. She went off the streets. Monty was, I think, oh, and there was also Monty, which is my parents' cat. There were other cats too. Hey, I mean, whichever one you're doing, Toxic Rick, do it 100%. Just wash your hands in between, I'm saying this as a chef because, like, the last thing you want is fecal matter on your dishes. It's a great way to get conjunctivitis. That's not the itis you want. I got that itis. Also, if we're going to talk about lube, don't forget about the Houdini. Okay. This is why fireworks are illegal in the state of California, because I don't need no fucking fireworks to set my house and myself and the whole city on fire. Fuck a fire. Fuck a firework, man. I got freaking Houdini and a blowtorch. Also, because Houdini is scented with, like, lemon stuff, my whole room smells like lemon pledge right now. Freaking hilarious, my guys. And thank you for the like, Toxic Rick. I'm glad I passed the vibe check. Vibes are immaculate here tonight, man. But we are gonna wrap up the stream as soon as we finish up dab time. Oh yeah, I mean you're not gonna beat a tortie in a stare down competition. They win by default. It's the tortitude. Like you might beat a ginger cat or a void or a tabby, but you will never beat a tortie in a stare down. Look at that bombastic side eye she's giving the whole camera. All right, cheers everybody. This is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. What up, nasty natty boy? Yeah, it's dab time. Damn straight. Nah, ginger cats, they got... I guess with ginger cats, it depends if it's their turn with the brain cell or not. Because if it's their turn with the brain cell, they'll fuck you up. But if it's not, they're just gonna like... Oh, a while ago, nasty natty boy. All right, should I reheat a little bit? Yeah, why not? Thanks, man. Yeah, I think I did a pretty good job on the haircut this time around. Elijah, you still in the chat? I'm not gonna lie, I was talking about calling it a night. I feel like picking more locks. What do you say? And not one more lock, more locks. Should we do it? Fuck it. We're going. Fuck it. It's 11:20. My cutoff is midnight. But yeah, the party don't stop. What up, YFP? Or sorry, YTFP Chris? All right, let's do it. Okay. One thing I want to do, actually, I want to progressive pin this Medico cam lock. Or payphone lock. So let's quite quickly, where's my tweezers? There they are. Let me get these springs out the way. Well, that spring got out the way by being sent into orbit, approximately. All right, your tism is Is this triggering your tism? Let's go. LFG then. All right. Let's get this shit out the way. Doesn't really matter. We don't need it. It's only a 4-pin lock. The other thing is I don't have the key to this thing, so we're going to have to do a little bit of a lock surgery on here, but we'll figure things out. It's just a lock. I've gutted many a lock before in my life. We'll gut this one too. That's the wrong... There we go. All right. Take the screws. Many much screws. Removey, screwy. Boop. Screws. Cam. All right. All right. And seems, I guess it could... I was also wondering if you could pick this if this only turns one direction, or if you could pick this both ways. And I'm guessing, looking at it, that it goes... This is a bi-directional lock. All right. Unfortunately, because I don't have a key, the only way we're getting into this thing is by taking off this little thing, which is always fun to do. Notice the lack of sarcasm in my voice. Oh, wait. Taking these metal things off is just my favorite part of lock sport. I love it. And they're always easy to put back on, right? Yeah, but what about the sidebar, Chris? That's the thing. It's a Medico. So I have to worry about the sidebar, too. That's what I'm saying. I think the only way, unfortunately, is through the top to drop out the entire pin stack, and that way I can actually gut it. I'll probably figure out, and I'll probably grub screw it. I don't have any set screws right now, which is a little bit annoying. I also need to check the specs on the size and whatnot, and what. Usually somewhere between a 440 and a 632, but that being said, we'll just do it this way, this time. I don't feel like shimming stuff at quarter to, or at 11:30. I'm lazy. Like I said, I'll tap this thing so I can put grub screws in. I'll go to Home Depot tomorrow. Now, the only tricky part about this is getting this thing unfucked, basically. But we'll figure that one out off camera. All right. So, or actually, you know what? Let's remove the springs first, so we don't have to deal with that shit. Four, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. All right. Yeah, number 1. Whoop. Two. I kind of thought that was going to be the case. Interesting. Huh. Oh, great. The frickin' anti-drill half moons fell out. Lovely! Putting this back together is going to be a dream. All right, is the sidebar free or captured? It's free. All right, I want to keep the sidebar in for now. Or no, fuck it. Let's fully take it apart. Ugh, I don't want to deal with the sidebar springs. For this very reason, they're fucking tiny. All right, we got it in pieces now, folks. All right, there's our core. All right. Okay, I see. There's cutouts up top and on the side for those for these hardened steel insert, these half moons, to protect the top stack and the sidebar. Yay! We're finding out things together. All right. Something that I kind of suspected because I feel like I kept oversetting things, but pins 2 and 3 are Jesus Christ. There is way too much expensive things that are hard to replace on this tray right now. I'm just going to go ahead and say that objectively, there is just too many expensive lock parts that are hard to replace on this tray. And that is a problem that I will deal with later. But yeah, between the Primus finger pin and spring and the Medico sidebar and sidebar springs and key pins, well, key pins not so much, but the sidebars and sidebar springs, I do need more trays, Elijah. I really do. But yeah, anyways, lovely. We got standard pins, standard driver pins on 1, 2, 3, and a shroom pin on 4. 4 binds first for some reason, and I just keep. What up, Bear? Yeah, you caught us. We're celebrating 3 years of living with Louisa. But right now, we're checking out some Medico pins. Hey, Benny. Ow. So yeah, like I said, 2 and 3 are extremely low cut. That doesn't surprise me because I kept oversetting them. Because I'm like, I don't know. In my head, I was probably thinking about like, it's a payphone lock. I've seen other payphone lock keys. 2 and 3 are usually very high. And I think in that, like in my head, I just kept pushing and over pushing and over pushing. Let me see. Okay, let me put the phone back in the tripod. Because I want to see what the situation, hey, we got a sticky situation here with these pins. I want to see what's going on with them. Oh. Lighting on, lighting off, lighting on, lighting off. What's the difference? I don't know. Don't care. Lighting off. Thank you. Benny. Hey, Benny. All right. Okay, and I also just want where. Okay, so for the record, I want to actually say I suck at picking Medico. Like, I'm generally speaking a pretty good picker. I suck at picking Medico. All right. All right, just wanted to get my bearings correct. All right. All right. One is aft. With all right, this is probably what's messing me up. Yeah, all right. There's both a true and a false gate on one. And I think that one needs to go, okay. That one needs to go left. Sorry, this is, I'm trying to figure this thing out because I don't have the key to it. So I got to kind of figure it out as I go. All right, so that one's left. Hold on, write things down, David. Be methodical about this. Ah! Pen. All right. This pen is dying, but that's all right. Medico pinning. I'll figure out what the key what the like actual bidding height is later, because I don't know Medico bidding heights, but I can look, those are easy to look up. But, all right, now one is aft and left. Two, and then also let's add that it has a false gate. Right, two. All right. Two, same situation with the with a true and false gate, but this one is center. I believe. Yeah, center. And it's a 4 and it's a 4 on the biaxial instead of aft. I'm still trying to see if any of these are ARX pins, but no, I don't think so. All right, 3. Oh, sorry, write that down, David. Be methodical. Okay. 3. 3 is forward and center. And also false gate. All right. All right, yeah. 3 is same as 2. It's 4 and center, I think. I'm also kind of guessing based on what the rotation looks like. And the angle of the dangle. Okay, this particular one I had down pat because I have no problem setting 4 because so I knew the rotation was that it's going to be so it's I didn't know that it was 4 because I can't tell those sort of things. So 4. By the way, for those of you who don't know how medicos work, when I say, or the biaxial, when I say 4, it means the chisel is on this side, biaxial being 2 angles, and an aft one. Sorry. All right. Yeah. That's what I mean when I say 4 and aft, is that the chisel point is off center, and an aft one, the chisel faces aft, the 4 one, the chisel faces forward. Just so how I'm, for the non-lock picker, so I'm not speaking stuff that like, this man's clear as mud. So yeah, this is forward and right, I believe. Or yeah, forward, right. Or right. Right or left? Sorry, I thought it was. No, yeah. Left, actually. Sorry. All right. All right, I'm being very, very fascinating right now. Doing nerdy shit right now. All right, I'm not gonna put it back together right now though, because this thing is dusty. Yeah, so while I'm definitely oversetting pins, I also probably would have an easier time. I'm gonna do a little quick clean and lube on this thing off camera. However, Jesus Christ, I pitch keyed and potch keyed without picking a single lock, and now it's quarter to 12, which is my David, you better fucking go to sleep time. All right, let's actually make locks go open and go clicky clacky. No more flame lube, Elijah. I'm not setting, because I'm gonna set my freaking fire alarm off. Benny. Hey, Benny. Hi, Benny. Yeah. Hey, Benny. Benny, I need you to help me find Antonov 22s. All right. Okay. All right. There you go. Make lock go open, clicky clacky. Hey, Benny. But yeah, we're not setting the house on fire tonight. I'm being so talkative right now. Oh, whatever. Helicopter! And the question is it police or is it news? Place your bets. Police or is it news? I'm thinking it's probably police at this hour of the day. Although it might be some rich fucking his Robinson 44 or whatever. That's also a possibility. I'm not going to lie. Elijah's got 20 on police. Well, they're circling around, so I'm guessing you're probably right. They're the police. But is it the hip-hop police? Giant mosquito? Oh, God. Is West Nile coming around to Los Angeles now? Benny. Benny, yes, that was my, like, tism moment where I was like, I'm going to find every single Antonov AN-22 ever made. And, well, I'm going to find every single Antonov AN-22 that I can find on Google Maps satellite view. And I failed to find very many because there just aren't that many. Because I got the plane tism, not the train tism. Just in case y'all forgot. Although I like train too, but... more of a plane guy. Bless you, whoever sneezed back there. Yeah. There's a little there's a joke in so Elijah, I don't know about Australia, but you know, blue is one of like the main like signature colors of the United States Postal Service. So there's like a in lefty circles, there's kind of like a joke where the real thin blue line is the U.S. Postal Service. Because they're the real thin blue line between us and chaos is cheap access to mail. Also, they've gotten so screwed by successive governments, both Democrat and Republican, but especially Republican. Yeah, the poor post office. Yeah, red seems to be the thing in countries that still swear allegiance to. I was about to say the Queen, the King, because red Royal Mail is also red, and I think Canada Post uses a fair bit of red there too. But like the USPS logo is that blue and white eagle, like the stylized eagle, which is actually it's a great logo if I do say so myself. Big facts, John Q. Public, and I'm generally speaking an honest person, especially when it comes to breaking into locks, but I do enjoy picking them for fun. Also, I've only got 5 minutes before I have to say goodbye to you guys, so I'm trying to do as many as I can, but not like white belt bullshit. All right, we got the remainder of my Abus 41 collection right over here because I can't be bothered to get up and get more 72s. Oh wait, I do have the public housing lock over there. We'll do that one after if I still have time left after the 41s. Is this David speed pick or attempts at speed picking? I'm not a speed picker. Ah, no, that wasn't it open. That was the tension wrench slipping. Ah! I can save it. No, I can't save it. Gotta reset the tension wrench. Nope, that's just a false set. Got one more left. Yep. That's crazy. I wonder if a few places who hate Charles, who don't fuck with Charles and wish Liz was still alive, are somewhere yo, keep Liz's initials on the damn plane or something or on the somewhere in I don't know, Ulster probably, Postman Pat McGinnis from the UDF is I'll keep the Queen's Initials on the van, laddie. I don't like this new man. Yeah, I think it's rather I think in a strange way it's rather feminist of England to long for its queen, and probably they long for, I don't know, Thatcher at this point. They don't like the new Tories. They don't like Starmer. They just want no, ladies not for turning. You turn if you want to, Benjamin. The lady's not for turning. Tell you, somebody's got to make a. Oh, then why not just scratch off the 2? Like, that's so much easier than just be cheeky about it and remove the 2, or just scribble off one of the it's Roman numerals. So just scribble off one of the Roman numerals so it just says 1. E1R. I wonder if side note. I wonder if you cast it to a vote right now, if Scotland would elect to secede from the UK and rejoin the EU. I bet you they would. Did you see we got spam? Spam in a can. No, it doesn't. It will wear the pins a little bit faster than simply using the key, but that being said, I didn't buy this lock to use. I bought it to pick and to be a collector's item. So, and I have extra pins, so I can replace them if they go bad. Spam in a can. All right, chat. Do any of y'all actually eat spam? Because I do not. I cannot. Yes. Primarily, I'm actually not, primarily I'm not listening. Primarily, I'm feeling. I beg to differ. Human cat food is chicken pot pie. Not saying spam is good, but true human cat food is chicken pot pie. It is awful, in my opinion. Chicken pot pie is basura. It is. It is. Uh, yes to shepherd's pie, no to kidney pie. However, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Shepherd's pie also pretty mid. Just gonna go ahead and say it. First off, the vast majority of shepherd's pie that you eat in the United States is not actually shepherd's pie. It's cottage pie. Just to be technical, because if it's not made with lamb, it's not a shepherd's pie. But yeah, my my take. This my take. Shepherd's pie and chicken pot pie. This is white poverty food. This is. Ugh. Like, here's the thing, Giello. Um, I just don't think, I just, like, when I think meat pie, I'd rather have, like, a meat turnover, like an empanada, or, like, a Jamaican patty. You know, something with, like, seasoning, and it's savory, and, like, spicy, and delicious. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try and pick this lock. Oh, regular pies? Okay. Strawberry rhubarb, definitely up there for me. Or pecan. Pecan. I'm a pecan guy, definitely. Um, I also have like fond memories of making pecan pie for Thanksgiving with my mom when I was growing up. So that's definitely why pecan carries. Apple pie rocks too, obviously. There's a town in California called Julian up in the mountains north of San Diego, and they're famous for their apple pies, and they actually have two they have two major competing pie companies there that sell a lot of pies that are both delicious. Julian Pie Company and Mom's Pies. It's been too long since I've gone there. I gotta go to Julian soon. Yeah, for the record, if y'all are ever in the Southern California region, go to Julian. It's worth it. The drive is beautiful, at least once you get outside the major cities, of course. Um, and the pie is delish. One of the reasons I'm struggling with this thing is it is heavy. I should admit I'm a girly man and put it in the vice. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. But see what I like about this thing is it's property of the New York City Housing Authority. Although I bought it on eBay, so that question mark. All right, I'm being the girly man and I'm putting it in the vice because killing my wrist. This is the last one because I said I was stopping at 12 and I'm still picking this lock, which I started before 12, which is way too long for this lock. Oh, did I walk in where that's what she said? Damn it. Okay, Bucky, you're with me till the end of the line. Oh, no shit. I don't know why I'm struggling with this. It's kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie. All right. For those of you who actually have experience picking locks, this thing has a slight bit of overmilling in it, and for me, it actually really is very effective. All right, boom. It's actually got a much nicer shackle pop in the vise than it does in hand. Oh, this one's a 6-pinner. Here's the bitting. It's an ABIS. It's basically, oh, I have the key. I have 2 keys actually, and it's functionally speaking, it's the same core as the 7240, but it does have a bit of overmilling, which does complicate things. Also, it's just so heavy. But it's when it comes to picking, it picks exactly the same as something like this. Which is why I was like getting annoyed, because it's like Elijah's like, David, you said it was the last lock, you liar. Yeah, I know. This is just to prove a point. Anti-bump technology, that works in a lot of different ways. I'll explain that in a second. Well, I mean, I like picking locks that I don't have keys to either, and then I take them apart and make a key. That's what I did with this one. I didn't have a key, but this one's rekeyable. So I'm like, the heck with it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the same core, but, and this was even pretty long for me for a 7240. Usually I'm around a minute or less for a 7240. Whatever. Point is, so Keki, and this is the last thing I'm going to say because I have to go to sleep. No, David, they're very if they're hard to push, then there's gunk in the lock. But the springs are not very strong, so they should be very easy to manipulate. But that being said, the anti-bump is very dependent, Keki. So some anti-bump technologies work better than others. This extra long driver pin right here is actually this particular lock's defense against both bump and combing. But because it's so much longer, the energy transfer should be different than the other pins, which are the same height. That's their anti-bump technology. A lot of anti-bump designs for this kind of lock will have a much stronger spring and a different design of driver pin, and that's the anti-bump thing. And it makes it harder, but it doesn't make it impossible. The best thing to do would be a lock like the Quickset Smart Key, which cannot be bumped by design. It's a completely bump-proof design because it doesn't. The Smart Key doesn't use a traditional pin tumbler lock, so it's bump. So like I said, it cannot be bumped. You can't bump the sidebar. So that's what I would say. So when it comes to bump resisting standard pin tumbler locks, it depends. You know, you can protect against it, but it's very hard to 100% protect against it. But if you've got something like a Smart Key or a Schlage Primus, which has a sidebar, this is now Elijah's lock, or like a Medico, something like that. Those are bump-proof by design, and that's better. Although I believe, what's his face, Mark Tobias did demonstrate a way to bump Medico, which is very impressive. But yeah, so that would be my opinion on bump proof. If it, you can bump resistant a thing. Snow Leopard, not yet. Wait, what was that about? We like Snow Leopard. Sorry, Snow Leopard. Stick in the chat, man. I'm sorry about that. How come I can't undo timeouts? Very annoying. Snow Leopard, me and Elijah's apology. Well, you can still kick in. Yeah, so let me tell you, my bad about that. I can't, for some reason, for some reason you can time people out, but if you mistakenly time out the wrong dude, you can't undo it. Blech. Fortunately, it's not a permanent banning, and you'll be welcome back into the chat in 24 hours. Good Lord, I'm so sorry. But yeah, unfortunately, no sighting of Charlie. Talked to Hector. He hasn't seen him either. Don't know. The only thing I can say, Snow Leopard, is that Charlie's done this before where he goes missing for several months at a time. So I'm going to keep stopping by his colony location. There are cats coming back to it. There was only one, and now there's two. So hopefully he will come back. But, but I'm also not going there on every stream because... Ooh, that's some elite ball knowledge right there, YTFP, Chris. Thank you for that. I did not know that. Now I know that. Elite ball knowledge. Thanks, David. Enjoy. I'm also heading to bed because we are a half hour past when we were supposed to call the stream. I got the lock open that I wanted to get open. I got another lock open because bonus lock. But yeah. Yeah. Hoping to see Charlie again soon. If I ever do see him again, he's coming with me immediately, I think. All right, thanks, David. All right, yeah, it's officially been 201 minutes, and it's 12:30 almost. Good night, everybody. Let's let Louisa say good night, too. Benny's over here, chill. All right, Louisa's got to say goodbye to you guys. Well, first off, baby boo, baby boy. Bye, Wish Wish. Bye, Wish. Bye, Baby Blue. Bye, all.